many years ago, in 92, 93, I don't recall it, many pounds ago, Ron Perlman said we should try and adapt this. We were talking about Elmer Gantry, and he was talking about the beautiful job Burt Lancaster does. And Ron does a pretty mean Burt Lancaster imitation. And then he said, I would love to play a character, again, the only other character that has those sort of spiritual, charlatan, charming, carny guy, he said, or tent revival is this character Stanton Carlisle on Nightmare Alley. And I read the book, then watched the movie in that order. I thought the book was fascinating. We, of course, Ron turned out to know as much about the movie business as I did at 28. And we went to Fox, and Fox said, it's a library title, get away from here. And they didn't validate our parking even. and then many years later, the novel stayed in my mind, and many years later, Kim and I were looking for something to do together, and Kim said, what about Nightmare Alley? And I thought, well, that's fantastic, because we can do an exercise in complete freedom. No one's ever going to make it, because it's absolutely, we knew the ending was going to be brutal. We wanted to do this and that. I said, it's a fantastic thing. We wrote it in complete freedom, and then we made it.
So much has been subverted within film noir. I think there's a general perception that film noir is a certain way, and there's so many different types of noir. I mean, you could see Ulmer's Detour. You could watch Leave Her to Heaven. They're so different.
I mean, it's just the work you put in to believe that you're the character, right? And I just had the blessing of being able to work with so many incredible actors in this movie and I had the luxury of some time to prep. And then, you just put all the work in and just hope that that something occurs, and then you can just receive it, and then Stan just is there, and then you can just sort of react to all these wonderful people.
Constantly, we were amazed. I would love to say everything happened to us. And that's the miracle. I'm 57, and this movie revealed to me things and ways of making film that I didn't know. Wow. And it's that partnership with all the actors, that discovery of truth before style. Respecting style as part of the storytelling, but finding those moments. It was beautiful.
My first point of connection was obviously wanting to work with Guillermo. And so when he comes to you with anything, you say yes. And then the character is secondary, in a way, to the experience of working with him.
Well, one gets what they want, don't they? Yeah. And it ain't me.
Really? Who? Which one?
I think you might get what you you live. Another scar in the neck.
You want that? I don't know.
You mean the main thing is he's just so lost, so he doesn't even know that that's somebody that's a match or anything. I mean, he's just, like he says to her in the beginning, she says, what do I want? To be found out just like everybody else. That's just sort of what he wants, I think. And he gets it in the end. It's a happy ending for Stan. Mm-hmm. It is, actually, in an odd way. It really is.
Well, what we did discuss beautifully, and the movie revealed to us each time, it was the whole movie is a prologue for the last 2 minutes.
Right.
Really. And the most sacred act and most important act in everybody's life is the moment you reveal yourself to you, where you find out who you are. It's the most astounding moment of drama in every life. For some people, it happens in the last 2 minutes before they expire. For others, it is revealed in an opportunity, in an obstacle, in a relationship. And for us, it was about knowing Stan and loving Stan, not judging him. And then that moment of revelation, that final shot, we were looking at it as the Mount Everest. And we talked to Miles, and the 3 producers agreed. We said, we're going to carry that set through every week of shooting until we nail it. We're going to shoot Tim Blake Nelson's side, and we're going to shoot this side 15, 60 times, whatever we need. Take one.
Whoa.
Take one. The way she maps the character and the way she went at tracing Molly, we didn't want it an ingenue. and the past she has, and every character has a scar.
I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, I have a good moral compass. Maybe, hopefully. But I don't know. It's weird. So we made this so long ago at this point, and we had to come back because of COVID, because the whole world shut down, and I had a baby in between then. So literally, like, when we came back to finish the film, like, I had an out-of-body experience. Like, I can't even really remember it. It's like a part of me wasn't there, and so it's such a weird thing to talk about. Like, I don't fully even remember it.
The thing, what he says is a man that needs forgiveness, and I think that's what we all need urgently, forgiveness. I mean, I think it's a character that hopefully you are following him one way as the victim, and there's that horrible turn when he says, "I've hurt him," and you don't see it coming, nor does Stan. But it's, no character in this movie is just one color. They're all composites of many emotions and many positions, as a human being should be, I believe.
And Guillermo he kept pushing me to be, darker, darker, darker. And we got there in that moment, the God moment. And I'm glad, because Pete had a realization. That was his epiphany, and that he'd never told anybody. And he needed to tell somebody that. And here was the opportunity. And it was kind of his gift that he could give to this wandering soul, as much as he had been a wandering soul too. I mean, they all are in the film.
Yeah.
And there's an interdependency in that family community.
No, but we did discuss discussed what is her final monologue, and we said, this is her final monologue. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done a screen slap before, Rooney?
Yeah, I'm sure. I think probably a couple of times.
And have you received one like hers?
Well, I mean, she really hit me. Yeah, that was a real hit.
Really?
But the thing that
More than one take.
the thing that you asked,
That was the first take.
that was the first take, yeah, and it was brutal. It was absolutely.
I was like, no, just hit me. Bam!
Just hit me. Bam! And we didn't have to use any additional sound design in there. But one thing we knew, and this is something we did discuss about film noir from the beginning, is we said all the women will not only survive Stan, but thrive after.
Yeah.
When the material's great, when your American term scene partner is amazing, then that's the fun. And you're working with one of the world's most inventive and unique cinematic voices. And I mean, God, when I saw the movie, it was like such a relief to be watching cinema again. Like we see a lot of things screen big, but it's not necessarily cinema. And you could feel that, the production design and the costume design and having the meticulous, the art direction, all of that was there. And so often what you have to do as an actor is you have to suspend disbelief. But right from the beginning, and all of those of you, the actors who were in the carnival can speak to this much more than me, but just seeing the way that had all been realized, it was all there for you. Like the way the carnival was set up, Guillermo, that you could actually move through it. I mean, you guys kind of got to live it. And I had that experience in the office with Bradley.
We should build the carnival in an exterior. We don't want it to become a manicured, horrible, over-designed little thing that we shoot against green screen. And the first thing was because when you're out there with the wind and the tents breathe like a heart or a lung, and they go, and it was so dramatic. Of course, when we stopped for 6 months, many of those tents went away 3 counties away, like 10 miles each. They were blown away around the entire Ontario area, but we had to recuperate them. And the other thing is, everything that we like visually is to character.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and comment on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released.